The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Talo for Lover. I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spin-off. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spin-off member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Should we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome along to The Real Pod.
Hello?
Jane Yee and Alex Casey with you again.
No Duncan.
No Duncan.
No Cry.
No studio.
No Tina. No Alice. No Nando's.
Can't even see you.
I can't see you either. I'm looking straight into a bolt that's actually ironically refracting my own eyeball back at me. So I'm just staring at my own giant eye. We're at Jane's kitchen table.
Is that better?
That's much better.
Okay.
You
Can
know,
I
was
just
thinking-
clarify? It's actually our dining table. We don't have like a kitchen table
What do you
and a
mean?
dining table. Because
Oh.
the kitchen table sounds like an old country kitchen with the table in the middle that everyone
Well,
sits
you
at.
have an old country home. You have that. What's
There's
that?
nothing old country
The
about this.
chambermaid's dwelling. Or what's that thing called?
The scullery, the butler's pantry.
The butler's
I don't
pantry.
think that's a country house thing,
Well, I've never seen anything
a
like
country
it.
kitchen thing.
You know what I was thinking before you get on to doing the real podcast?
Mm.
This table
Mm.
is where we broke the reality TV story of, I would say, the decade. The coin flip.
Mm. Yeah, right
That's
where
good.
I'm sitting.
This table should probably be in the museum.
Well, in fact, it could perhaps, it could hold all the things because we need to store it somewhere while we go to the States. So perhaps it can be.
To Papa.
Oh, God. Okay, so this is our podcast. We're not in the studio because it's Anzac Day tomorrow. So we couldn't record it because no one's going to be at work.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just you and me again,
Yeah.
which is fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's just, it's less professional. The wheels come off a bit and
There's no producer.
there's no producer. There's no one keeping us on track. So last week when we did this, it was an hour 40 podcast by the time we edited on the little bit.
Good. If anything, should have been longer.
We've yet to crack 2 hours, but the night is young. Anyway, this is your reality TV in real life in New Zealand recap. No, reality TV recap in real life in New Zealand podcast. If you're joining us for the first time, run away.
How did you find
How'd you
this?
find us?
And what are you doing?
We'd really like to encourage you guys to share the podcast and to subscribe on iTunes or the like.
Give us
you
a
get
review.
If you subscribe, you get it as soon as it drops. You don't have to wait for iTunes to do its little buzzing and whirring thing.
Yep.
As soon as it's up there, you've got it. Boom.
You mean you get this content straight on your telephone, Jane?
Yep.
To listen with earplugs.
yes, or earbuds or earpods or
that way
whatever.
inclined.
Beats by Dr. Dre headphones. Whatever you've got,
MD.
it's fine. Or off speaker, just out
Put it
loud.
on the Yui Boom. Share it with your neighbours.
Special thanks to our lovely chicken mates, Nando's.
Oh.
May or may not have ordered some Nando's for
Yeah,
us
I'm
tonight.
stressed about this. So does that mean it's going to arrive halfway through the pod?
I've
Are you
already
trying to
asked-
recreate the perfect conditions in which we normally record the real pod?
No, I just wanted some cheesy
it-
bread and chips.
Is there enough for me?
Yeah, I mean, there's one. It's a cheesy bread each, like a whole one, and I'm not hungry.
Wow.
But I can't resist.
I have also had dinner from an unnamed fast food restaurant tonight.
I think sometimes you need to depart. You got to go there to come back. You know what I mean? Like you need to take it. We don't encourage you guys to do this.
No.
It's more for us to remind us how good we've got it.
Don't forget your roots, my friend.
Yeah. So anyway, no, I've got Joel on the job. I've said, if I order Nando's, can you be the person who meets the Nando's, the Uber Eats driver? And he said yes, which is great.
The sommelier.
The wine guy.
Yeah.
There's no wine coming, Alex.
It's a shame.
Okay, don't forget, end of May, which is just a month away, Tauranga, you're getting your own Nando's.
Wow, God, they must be excited.
And we have, I've ordered cheesy bread and peri-peri chips. So that's just level playing field. But as we mentioned last week, cheesy bread is outselling peri-peri chips on Uber Eats.
Entirely because of
Us.
and that's fine to say because it came from the chicken's mouth.
It did come from the chicken's mouth.
How do they know? I mean, I'm not going to question it. But like, if we were proper, we'd have like hashtag cornies or something, or cornies 10, or like a little code.
I think they know because perhaps before they started sponsoring us, no one was buying cheesy bread. I think that's like perhaps the most basic of comparisons.
It's not a secret menu order. It's just like hiding in plain sight.
Look, it's actually one of the very first things on the menu. But the Nando's menu is a lot. There's so much on offer there. Sometimes
so many delicious
your
products.
eye gets drawn to the centre of the menu, and sometimes you miss what's up because you think it'll be under sides, but it's actually under starters or something like that, right?
Classy.
So yeah, it is. It's a classy option. It really is on tray. Our hashtag is RealPod. Our Facebook is facebook.com/TheRealPodPod, which is also where you can find a link to our RealPod Corner group. If you ever hear us talking about the cornies and you're like, what are you talking about? RealPod Corner, cornies, corn dogs, that's where that comes from.
Cornflakes. You don't want to be a cornflake.
No, we don't.
Be a kernel.
We're not fans of cornflakes. Instagram, The RealPod Pod. Or put an at The RealPod Pod.
Check it out.
Coming up on the podcast, more of this.
Blank space on the dog. I can't wait to find out.
I'm scrolling. What? Am I looking at the... Whoa, okay. Okay, we're going to be recapping Dancing with the Stars. There's a lot happening in the Cranny this week. So much.
He's back, baby. I think it's because he knows that the Cranny's been reactivated.
Yeah, exactly.
He's feeding the Cranny.
He is. We've got quite a bit of mass news
Where's
coming
the
up
Cranny Granny?
It's in this podcast. It's where it is. So we'll get on with it.
Realness.
I want to start by saying that I've been listening to the Boners of the Heart podcast.
Oh yes.
I mean, I don't really want to advertise it because it's quite good.
Oh, you don't want to. You don't want anyone listening to anything else apart from the Real Pod on repeat.
Yeah. So just pretend I never said that. But they have this kind of approach whereby they do no pre-production at all.
Sure.
Just turn on the mics and have a chat, right?
Well, that doesn't sound like anything that we've ever done.
God, what? No, but we do a doc. We do a doc. I know it sounds like we don't do a doc, but we do a doc.
Oh my God. Someone clip that dubstep remix right now. We do a doc. Is that dubstep?
I don't know. I don't know any of I don't know grime. I don't know any of it.
I don't know what Billie Eilish is. Let's talk about
Billie
that.
Eilish?
Exactly.
I also didn't know that like baggy jeans were back in. Like I just keep seeing people in like 501s everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy out there. I realised yesterday at the Avengers movie premiere that I have finally reached the age where pop culture passes me by and I don't even notice.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of like it, but it is quite bad for my job. E.g., I didn't know there was a new Star Wars coming out. I didn't know there had been another Star Wars about Han Solo. I don't know who Billie Eilish is.
Who is Billie Eilish?
She's here, Jane. She's
she?
arrived.
Ah,
I know.
my mind.
Sorry. She's a young lady.
Yeah.
And she makes music.
Oh.
And lots of people like her.
Oh,
I
good.
don't know anything about her.
Oh, great. Well, neither. I'm sorry, I'm getting trade me alerts.
What are you
I
buying?
don't know. I'm selling. I want to buy a few of your items, just stuff. Can I have combined shipping? Can you please add a combined shipping option, $0 shipping, and we can arrange cost once the auctions are all closed? I didn't know that was a thing. Can you do that? A combined shipping option.
Combined shipping option. Oh, I think it's a bit of a like need to know basis kind of thing, isn't it? Like a bit of a...
Well, I need to know because I've got a bunch of stuff up there and people want to combine. There you go. Life hack.
Yeah.
You heard it here perhaps first.
Well, I mean, it's good for everyone, isn't it? Because that means you're probably making money. They're more likely to buy stuff off you if they're like, oh, well, I'm getting that thing already. I might as well just chuck in another It's like the Thin Lizzy thing where you get like 3 eyeliners and a gel
Yeah.
eyebrow mascara and all
Buy
that.
this, get the shipping free because you already paid for the shipping.
Can I have what you're selling though?
Well, it's mostly children's clothes, so yes.
Yeah. Are you saying I'm skinny and small? Love that.
I'm saying you're childlike. Do with that what you will. Okay, Easter. Is that?
I'm
you've just-
actively trying to derail this podcast.
I know, there's Easter's just written at the top of the
Well,
real
that's what I
news.
said when I walked in today. I said we need to remember to talk about Easter to stay current.
Oh, it's just us being topical.
Yeah.
That none of these news stories that I've gotten here are any good. We just have to talk about the thing.
The thing that already happened.
Okay.
How was your Easter,
Good,
Jane?
thank you. Very busy with family and a lot of chocolate. Still, I mean, you can see there's still
I was
chocolate
looking at that.
everywhere.
I was looking at that luxurious M&M's speckled egg sitting there.
Oh, God.
That's the height of luxury.
The kids, they wanted these eggs and they've got them. And now, how many days later, they're not even been opened.
Is that because you're like ruling with an iron
We
fist?
are
Or is it-
eking them out. I don't want anyone vomiting chocolate.
That's right. You have the vomit
I
thing.
have the thing.
I got a Cadbury Buttons
I
egg.
didn't ask.
She's yawning in my face. That's fine. I woke up. I opened my...
I just feel like you've put
bleary
Easter in here
eyes.
because you want to talk about Easter.
Well, I have a gripe.
Okay, here it is.
I popped on the mic. I don't have a little sock on my mic.
Shall we put
so
the
I'm
sock
gonna-
back on? Because actually it's like the 16th time you've done that.
The peas are popping.
Okay. It looks less professional when I put one
You
of my
can-
actual socks on the mic, but
It's
let's
quite
do
a
it.
confronting scene. Tis phallic. I'm just going to say that. But no, I just have a gripe. I mean, I know that the Real Pod has basically become like a Cadbury shit posting pod. But
Hang on.
We're just...
We're just sheathing our
We're
mics.
just sheathing the mic. Excuse us. That was imperfect. Perfectly synchronized. So I got a Buttons egg. I enjoy a Buttons egg every year. I ask for it. And the Easter Bunny, aka Joe, puts one next to my bed. I am nearly 28. But the Buttons egg, you get such a small number of buttons now, and individual baggie, not even inside the egg anymore. It's just sat on
It's
top.
sat on top. Yeah, they all sit on top.
No, in the old days.
In the old days, were they in the egg?
They were inside the egg. First of all, I feel like old days, buttons were loose.
No, they
Yeah.
were never loose. They were never loose.
I'm sure they were loose.
I'm much older than you, and we had buttons.
You never had a loose egg? Loose button?
No, not loose buttons.
Do you think I'm like rewriting history?
I think you are.
But I remember there used to be a shaker element to it. Like it was more kinesthetic. Is that a word?
It's definitely a word.
But I was just angry. And it didn't taste good anymore. Because the Cadbury's all gone bad.
Well, kinesthetic, just quickly looking up. Relating to a person's awareness of the position and movement of the parts of the body by means of sensory organs and the muscles and joints. Yeah, not. I mean, close, very
it
close.
was kind of okay.
Depends what you're shaking it with.
Maybe dynamic is what I meant. Or something like that.
like
Someone knows the word that I meant.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyway, so it was sort of like Easter was ruined, but it's fine.
I know we're a kind of a Cadbury hate pod, but I mean we've indulged in some Cadbury over the Easter period.
Of course.
Oh, hang
What's
on.
happened?
Just gotta let Joel know. Just gotta text Joel about the
Where's Joel?
Nando.
Is
He's
he
in the bedroom.
butler's cupboard.
Nando's! Exclamation mark. Yeah. So I got the marshmallow eggs are quite good.
The Harveys.
The Harveys, because they're actually they're high.
Right.
So they're a little more marshmallow in them than the marshmallow to chocolate ratio is higher. And I mean, it's an unpopular opinion, but I
like that.
quite enjoyed it. Like I ate a whole tray of them.
Wow. Just traditional values flavour?
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other thing that's quite good, I've discovered, I'll get you some.
Oh, no. What's it going to be? Jane is walking to the butler's quarters as we speak. She is producing a half block of Dairy Milk cream egg chocolate, which I don't think I've had. It's certainly an intriguing flavour. I'll tell you what I had in lieu of a cream egg this year because I'm kind of over cream eggs. I got the egg, like the same size and everything, but it's just caramello. And it's just thick. It's just caramel.
Right. Too much?
It was too much.
Okay, these seem a little runnier than the... Are they? Or no?
Trying to do a test.
They're not, are they? No, never mind.
Hey, Joel.
Oh,
Joel's
thank
arrived
you.
with
Do you want
Nando's.
some? No? Good.
And back to his quarters he goes.
Um,
What's interesting is yours all yellow?
bit of yellow, bit of white. Diverse.
So, so it's like they've got...
Oh no, it's just exactly the same shit they've got in the eggs. I think I felt like it was gooier.
I think you're right about it being gooier.
It's not got that pasty. It's not got that pasty feeling to it.
Exactly how pasty cream eggs are now. They are dense.
So go for these. I remember someone saying that you get the mini ones. They're still like the old recipe, or they're a little bit runnier. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, sort of not sorry.
This is yum though.
It is. It's delicious, but bad Cadbury. Bad Cadbury.
Boo.
Yum.
Chocolate.
Okay, is that all you wanted to say about
Is that all
buttons
the
and
news?
that?
Oh, that's all the Easter news. Yeah. I swear there were loose buttons.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm sure someone can confirm or deny. Okay, so in maths news, Mick, the farmer from Maths Australia, he's hooked up with another reality TV star.
Mm-hmm. Who is it?
It was Kayla from you're furiously image searching. Kayla from the Honey Badger season of Bachelor AU that we recapped. She jumped in the pool to get his attention.
That's right.
Early on. And she kind of reminds me of like the Natasha. Was it Natasha?
Who's
Of our
Natasha?
season?
The chess player.
Yeah. Just
do you mean
in
by
terms of her significance.
Jumping in the
season.
pool was a big move. I remember that straight away. I just didn't remember anything about her personality or her face. But I
They've
remember
been
that she jumped at the pool.
They've been snap pashing up in the park, a la Troy and Carly.
She kind of looks like a more normie version of Tamara.
I just wish she'd got together with Tamara. Anyway.
Yeah. That's exciting though.
It's nice when they cross-pollinate different
is nice.
franchises.
How did they meet? You know, that's all the stuff I want to know.
Oh,
Is it at kind of influencer
no,
event?
it's on Instagram. It's like sliding into
Is
DMs.
it in the DMs?
It's
That's
in the
where
DMs.
it all happens now, eh?
Speaking of DMs, your favourite DMer, NASA, and also speaking of cross-pollinating between different franchises, wants to be the next Bachelor. He's making a case to be the next Bachelor.
NASA.
Have you had any more comms from him lately?
I'm just going to check. I haven't heard from him in a while. I sort of,
Sorry, I'm just getting out
that's
Nando's
just the
out.
Nando's here.
This is bad though because it's tricky to eat.
The last thing he sent me was the 15th of April. 10th of April was when is the next podcast? 15th of April was a Daily Mail story. Maths NASA gets friendly with fashion designers.
He's sending you
Samuel
Daily Mail
Levi.
stories about himself.
Yeah. And before that, he sent me a link to his net worth.
What the blazers? Hey,
He's
look,
just spamming me. I don't even think he's real.
we've been given cheesy breads in
thank you,
like a
Jane.
package each.
That's so cute. Do you think they know?
It's very hard for us to eat on mic when there's only two of us.
There's nowhere to hide.
Nowhere to hide.
So NASA's net worth is... Okay, first of all, he's a Taurus.
I think
He's 52 years old. According to this credible website, his net worth is
6.4 million.
No, it's so much more.
Billion.
$6.68 billion. Where did that come from? Where did that come from?
Well, it's not true, is it? Is
it
it?
can't be true.
If it is true, I think you should get in
If
there.
he's true, I want $1 million just for dealing with him in the DMs.
Dan and Yuki from our own maths, they're living together now. Now that
In Christchurch.
look, I didn't read the story.
Jane.
What? I've been busy. It's been a really crazy
Imagine
day.
if Sam Hayes, when she's reading the news, said that.
But she would.
Would she?
Because she just, excuse me, she just intros the pieces and then the reporters have the in-depth
That's true.
information. So if you said,
I
oh,
haven't read that.
okay, Sam, what did Mr. Jones at the dairy think after he got broken into and threatened with a shotgun? What did he think? She wouldn't be able to answer that question, but the reporter would.
That's true.
So
Would she be eating cheesy bread live on the air, though?
Science.
You've got to ask yourself the question. I just thought because there's the dog, I just
just looking.
assumed that they wouldn't like
I
uproot the dog.
don't know.
The dog's already got ill feelings towards what's his name?
Well, you had something good, and there were some cheap flights to Fiji. What?
They went to Fiji.
They're not living together in Fiji, though, are they? We're still together. This is my first time in Fiji. Hang on. Is that the story?
Women's Day flew them to Fiji.
Hang on. But is the story that they're living together in Fiji for a little
For
holiday?
3 days.
Hang on.
No. Look. Yuki's relocation to Wellington.
There you go.
So she's moved Zara and all her stuff to the capital city. That's crazy. It's quite hard work to move a dog, isn't it?
They're taking applications for Married at First Sight again.
Come on, cornies.
Cornies, get in there. We really need, we have so much speculation, but we really need some proper inside info from someone whose loyalty lies with us.
I'm trying to get my mate Zoe to apply.
Oh, she'd be
She's
perfect.
considered it. She was DMing Fraser on Tinder the other day. Is this bad to talk about this? I don't know. It was just funny. She's oh, it's Fraser. Should I say something? And I was like, obviously say something. And she asked if it was a good idea to go on Married at First Sight. And he said something very vague and boring, like, it depends on the person. And then I asked her to ask him, can I have your wedding ring? And he said, that's a first. No.
Oh, does he know about our podcast?
Well, she didn't really give him any of that
So it was just,
information.
can I have your wedding ring?
It was just basically being robbed via your phone.
But asking, which
yeah,
is nice.
true.
Okay, what else is happening?
Polite mugging.
Okay, Art and Matilda have had their home reno completely sponsored. So you know that baby moon they went on? They were away while their house was being all painted and done up nice. And so they've Instagrammed them coming home to a newly painted interior. Very
That's
happy.
lovely. That's how you do it, eh?
And somehow when they shill the shit out of stuff, it's fine. Like I don't have an issue with it at all.
Were they even chilling? It's so organic. I don't even notice.
Yeah, well, there's a company tagged. They're shilling.
So that means free renos?
Free renos, for sure.
Isn't that crazy, eh? It was like how I saw, you know how, look, this is a tangent again, but I saw that Shan XO, she bought a beach house recently. This has been something she's been looking for years.
Whereabouts?
I can't remember. But every room in the beach house, and I'm assuming many, many rooms, free sleepyhead bed. Thank you, sleepyhead.
Yeah.
Of all the people that can buy a bed,
Yeah,
Shan XO.
I know.
But that's how it works, I guess.
Is there a really strong relationship between makeup and beds?
I don't know. You wouldn't think so.
Like,
At
is it like
first
we really
glance.
need to hit that 15-year-old makeup tutorial audience
Yeah.
with our beds?
Yeah. Those moneyed individuals.
Um,
I know.
Okay, Okay, you've got some news about Aunt Matilda.
I ate a big piece of cheesy bread.
Oh God,
We're going to upset everybody with the eating.
I've also got chicken here.
Holy moly.
Do we need to take a little break and eat and then come back with our other? It won't feel like anything to these guys.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Okay, we're just going to pause for a moment. We'll be back soon.
For the cornies.
They don't want to hear me burping. Hi, we're back.
Maybe say, okay, you could put it at the end. Oh, no, we don't want to edit this. Nothing. Let's
Put
get
what
on
at the
to
end? The
part.
burp.
Yeah, the big burp you just did. Them.
Well, I wasn't recording it.
Oh, no, I just did a mini burp. Hold on.
I just don't think this should be a burp pod. Like, it's already the poo pod.
It's already a bit, it was born a burp pod.
There's one coming.
Oh my
No,
God.
I'm stifling it. Oh, I can't.
The way you delivered that line was like there was a ghost standing behind me. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, it happens whenever I have fizzy drink.
This is rock
Or,
bottom.
or food.
24th of April 2019.
Or air. Where were we? Oh no, it's really bad. We're just burping.
We're just
That was
shedding
her. That wasn't
listeners.
me.
Yeah, but I was far away. It could have been anything.
Do you think this would be better if Duncan was here?
I don't know. Duncan always burps. He's just a silent burper. You can tell because he goes all...
Rigid.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now everyone was waiting for you to reveal all about Matoodles.
Okay, so fans of the Real Pod will know Matoodles have started using our studio at the spin-off, which is crazy. It's who would have ever thought in a million years? So they came back in today and they recorded 2 podcasts with none other than Sir Richard Hardcore.
Oh. I thought you were going to say Sir Richard Hadley, who actually is the Sir, as opposed to Richard Hardcore, who is
Sir
not.
Dickie Hardcore and Jess Quinn.
Okay.
Dame
Yeah.
Jess Quinn.
Yeah.
Who actually, you know,
Did you get some
Probably will be a
inside
dame one day.
info on EWT?
So yeah, I asked them some questions, but before that I wanted to spend a moment talking about the fact that they recorded Sans producer. Like us. They're just like us.
Well, they're not actually. They're the ones in the studio, and we're back at my dining room table circa 2015.
And it's lovely. But they just hit record themselves, jump on the mics, let's go. Isn't that reckless?
What I think it is I think it is belittling to the role of the producer, which is a very important role and one with which we don't want to do without, even though our producer lost our audio last week.
I don't think it was Tina's fault. I think it was the cardboard box's
It was definitely
fault.
the cardboard box's
On
fault.
Twitch, twas resting.
Can you tell me now that the cardboard box is not still there and that there's something else that it's sitting on?
I tell you what, the cardboard box was still there today, and there was no producer there to even watch to see if the box was going to fall off the cardboard box. It's great. It's madness.
The little unit that we record into directly onto a sound card thing or whatever is such a mystery to me.
Same.
And yet Aunt and Matilda can just come and press the button and go for it.
They're all good. It was amazing. So they did 2 pods today. It was very exciting. Here are my 2 scoops. Number 1 scoop, which you're going to love. They both hate feijoas.
Of course they do. Yeah, brilliant. Because they're good people.
Well, we got gifted a lovely bag of feijoas this morning, and I stacked them all into a lovely little copper platter. That was actually courtesy of
I mean,
818 Chris Henry. Copper platter.
the copper platter or the feijoas?
The copper platter.
Okay.
It's from a PR thing from a while ago. We've been reusing it. Stacked feijoas out, and I was like, lovely. Oh my God, how exciting. Matilda will arrive, and we'll have these lovely feijoas
You
for
can't
them.
put feijoas. I just don't think they're... You need an upper echelon kind of a fruit for Aunt and Matilda. Or,
Like what,
or
guava?
humans in general. No, not guava. Like, I don't know. What are those ones with the seeds?
A fig.
No. I bet that are figs though. Great
Yeah.
in the
For
healthy.
the
Poos and that.
yeah. Well, they got the squatty potty. They don't need to worry. Pomegranate.
Why can I not think
You
of it?
keep doing this weird.
The international symbol for pomegranate with my fingers. Pomegranate.
Yeah, you bet your ass they love pomegranates.
Yeah.
But I was surprised. Art said he likes the smell of feijoas.
Oh, no,
but he
thank
doesn't
you.
like eating them.
Oh.
I was taken aback. So that was a bit of a shame. So all I could offer them was iced water, which they were grateful for. Second scoop. This is quite a big one. Matilda Green voted for Walter Nealance
Yeah.
on Dancing with the Stars.
No, but remember last week I said I'm all in on Walter.
Yeah.
And after this week I stand by
You're into
my
it.
comments.
And she said her mum did as well. So that's 2 quite high profile votes for Walter, which I'm sure are probably weighted to be
Matilda's
like 50%.
Matilda's surprisingly young, isn't she? How old is she again?
I think she's like a little bit older than me. But
Is she older than you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not by much, sorry. I think
So
she's 28.
Does she know him then? Did they go to school
she didn't
together?
know.
Or?
She didn't know him. She just was like, he's just dorky and fun to watch.
Someone sent me, I'm ashamed to say this, but a lad Bible meme that someone sent it on Twitter. Did you got copied in on it? Did you watch it?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay, it's a
I know what you're talking about, though.
there's a kid being the floaty man at the car yards in the beach. Basically, he's just been anchored into the sand up to his knees because the person who sent it had been listening to the podcast at the time, and we happened to be talking about Walter and his kind of similarities to wavy car yard guy. And it's this kid basically pretending to be... It is amazing though. It makes me want to know, is it just anchoring yourself in the sand that enables you to do that?
Oh,
You got to watch it. It's not just arms. He like falls forwards and backwards and he's got his other friend pretending to pump him with air. It's amazing.
Wow. Okay.
I think
I
it's the
gotta
kind of
watch
thing
it.
that we're on, what do you call it? Like America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent or something. It would win.
It would win.
Yeah.
That's a big call.
You're not on the microphone at all. If you could talk into the microphone.
I'm just trying to... My Twitter's logged down. I don't remember any of my passwords, so I'll probably never be able to watch that.
Okay, I'll put it up in the corner.
Thank you, Jane.
I reckon about 25% of things that we say we're going to put up in the corner actually make it up into the corner.
Oh, there were so many things last week. That
just see.
headshot of Mike never made it.
Oh, yeah, but I think we need to give them more credit. They can Google.
They can Google, but if we offer to them, it's going to be there for them.
We should put it there.
We're letting them down. We're not true to our word.
I don't think we've ever been true to our word.
This is true.
It's not something that we're known for.
This
Okay.
is true.
That is.
What else is in the news?
Okay. You went to the Avengers premiere.
Oh, yeah. I have not some news. First of all, a couple of people that I saw. How to be a dad. Waiting and Christiane from Heartbreak Island, not together, arrived with different people, but had an exchange in the front row, which I appreciated.
Okay.
Hello.
Was it tense or was it?
No, it was he wanted her to come sit with them. She didn't want to sit in the very front row of IMAX, which I think is fair.
That is totally fair.
She's a classy lady.
Oh.
She wanted to go further back. Zach and Erin were there. Always tense.
Was it tense?
Still not quite sure. I'm finding myself becoming increasingly anxious at these sorts of events, and I don't know how much of it is related to the Zarin feud.
100% of it.
Do you think?
Yes.
Because when you think about something a lot and you think about people a lot, and then it's like they're always there.
Because they are always there.
They're always there. They looked in good spirits though. Zach seems fully recovered.
Did you catch the eye or anything? Wave across the room, or were you
No,
scary?
so I just shut my eye. Like I black out. I'm like, Joe, we need to move. Like honestly, like about to faint. I'm like pale. I'm sweating. But the big scoop, and I don't want to spoil anything about the Avengers, but I do think this is a useful thing. There is no extra scene after the credits. So if you're going to see the Avengers, don't bother waiting around.
Is that they normally have an extra scene?
They normally have an extra scene every
That's like
single
when you
time.
go to a concert and a band doesn't do an encore and they haven't played their big hit, and then you're like, it's all right, it's coming in the encore, and they don't do an encore.
Exactly.
What are you doing? Why is there no extra scene?
Well, it's because it's the end game. It's the end of a chapter, the end of phase 3 of the
Am I
Avengers
supposed to know that?
thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
That's
know.
about all I know. I can't say much more than that. But tell you who didn't bloody mess around waiting for the end scene, Stacey and Scotty Morrison. They got up, huge room, hot room, A-list room. Stacey, Scotty Morrison got up, got out of there ASAP. They left
got
all of us
kids.
schmucks
They got
waiting
kids to...
for a good 15 minutes. It's a long film. There's long credits. And they got out of there. And at first I was like, you bloody idiots. You're walking out on a huge opportunity to see
Now he's
a
laughing.
50-second clip.
Now he's laughing.
Well, they probably are.
They
listening to the real pod.
They absolutely are. They're cracking
My
up.
favourite podcast. But I reckon they're probably up there as like celeb royalty. They're so cool.
They're really nice.
Nice.
Okay, I don't know Scotty, but Stacey is really, really nice.
And she's Mike's new colleague. So
Yeah.
that's right up there straight away. I was just like, they're cool. We should do a couple, celebrity couple power ranking at some stage.
Okay. Much like our alternate, I actually emailed you this week and said we need to write up our list of alternative
Oh,
Dancing
yeah.
with the Stars.
I've got a couple. I didn't write them down.
Oh, okay.
We've been working on it. It's a work in progress.
Do you remember them in your head?
Briscoe's lady.
Oh yeah.
And here's why. She can do a wig reveal.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
And imagine that. Someone needs to do a wig reveal on Dancing with the Stars. It's crazy that
What
they
about-
haven't done that yet.
What about? Oh, I was thinking about the fact that there's no musicians go on Dancing with the Stars. So I'd like to see some.
Kaylee!
I don't think Kaylee's there because she was a musician many years ago. I think she's more there because she's in the MediaWorks family and she's a breakfast host on My FM currently.
Interesting. So who are you putting forward?
I feel
Yulia.
like I feel like Scribe's got some, like he needs some good PR. That's my point.
Going to jail? Isn't he going to
Is he going? Yeah, but he'll be out by next season, won't he?
Sure.
And so I mean, it's the perfect
Comeback
like,
story.
bad boy turns good. You know, hero turns
Crusader.
bad turns good again.
Can't call himself that anymore.
No,
No.
he shouldn't call himself that.
Okay, it's a controversial offer.
I
remember
reckon I'm
last
up for
time
it.
we were saying we needed more women.
Yeah.
We've just-
Yeah. Okay.
So Yulia. Hayley
Yeah.
Westenra.
yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, don't fill it up with bloody pop opera. Lizzie
I'm just
Marvel.
working on that genre. That's actually not a crazy... That's not
Remember
a crazy
Will Martin?
guess.
We
Who?
put Will Martin. He was the male version of all that.
Is he a New Zealander?
Yeah.
Will
Martin.
Martin. Oh, you know who? I'm thinking of someone else. Will Martin. Never heard of that.
So you could have like teams. You could have the pop opera team.
Oh, my.
Also, I threw at you and Duncan an idea in the group chat about each week we come up with, like we start a new segment where we come up with just a name of a reality show and you have to do that. The segment would be called Elevator Pitch. You have to just do the quick elevator pitch for that show. And you guys just didn't even respond. but
much out there.
My first one is Tools of the Trade.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, what is it?
I just think it's a great name for a reality show.
Tools of the trade. So, is it tools as in like annoying guys?
It's like whatever you want it to be.
It could be like that show. What was that show where people had to like scrub up and figure
Beauty
out
and
how
the
to
Geek.
act
No.
proper?
Is that?
Tools
I don't
of
know.
the trade.
No, I'm thinking probably more.
rounded
It's
up
probably more a
12 of
Reno show or some sort of
Okay.
building competition type thing.
Oh, like,
or
like the blog with a different name.
yeah, I mean, the blog does all right, doesn't it? But that it could be on the competing channel. Tools of the Trade. Coming up. Tools of the Trade.
Mm-hmm.
Don't change the channel. Tools of the Trade's up next. It sounds completely natural.
It does sound good. I feel like it needs to be also like sort of a behavioural boot camp.
It can't. Yeah, it can't just be. It can't just be about building. It's got to be. It's got to be.
I think they have to woo a
It's got to be a
lady
bit clear.
or a man, depending
Anything
on
with
preference.
romance. Anyway,
Yeah.
cornies, if you want to come up with something. For the elevator pitch.
We could do a prize. Oh no, it's not over promise. It's not promised too much.
Step back, Alex Casey. Okay.
What about Alison Holst?
Yeah. She'd be great.
Joe Seeger?
Everyone, well, not both. Again,
Esther.
you can't. Well, we
See,
not.
I stick to a genre and then I just have to list every person in that category of
Yeah.
slightly older lady, something to do with homely things.
Not just
Sally Ridge.
oh my God. Bring back the ridge.
Any Ridge.
Any ridge.
Any Ridge. Those kids are going to be old now.
Yeah.
Oh, my other huge indie Yelich O'Connor. Imagine.
Sorry, I'm just chewing.
Sister of Lord. Or Lord's mum.
Yeah. Mother of the Lord, as she
Mother
was
of the
known on
Lord.
Instagram for such a long time.
God, it's exciting. I wish it would happen.
Okay. My next news story is a bit weird. Shortland Street, because I'm back on board. I don't know. I'm trying to play catch up again, so I don't know how many episodes ago this was. Can't be more than like 3 or 4. But they, in one episode, they just referenced The Handmaid's Tale so many times.
What?
You know, you're really used to them talking about like My Life pages and Q Road and just like all these fake things. So then whenever they actually do talk about something real, it's really jarring. So basically the storyline is that, what's her name? Harper. It's written right there. Harper's feeling controlled by Drew because he's not keen on her getting really closey and buying a house with her ex-lover. Anyway, so she's like, oh, shall I get The Handmaid's Tale out of the library? And then, like, in a completely different scene, he walks up to her and says something, and she's like, he's just like, good morning. She's like, under his eye.
Oh my God.
And then she
That's
says,
so
shall I change
bizarre.
my name to Of Drew? And he's like, enough with The Handmaid's Tale references already. So
Is
it's
that
real
allowed?
weird.
I don't feel like that's
know.
allowed.
I wonder if, do you think Lightbox sponsored
True.
sponsored the references?
That's wild. It was like today actually. I was watching an old post from the spin. I've been doing a lot of like look back into old spin-off posts, and there was a time in 2015 where we did Street Week, all about Shortland Street, and there was a post about all the cameos. Do you remember when Ed Sheeran
Yeah, I was talking about this
was on
recently.
Shortland Street
Yeah.
as himself?
Well, was he himself though?
Yeah, because KJ Arpa's like, see you, Ed. That's
Because I thought it was kind of like it was
Crazy.
a bit shrouded in mystery. Like, as the viewer, you're sitting there going, is he himself or is he just, is Kane, as I think that was KJ's name on the show, is he just mistaking him for Ed Sheeran?
true.
You know, it was like a,
Dun.
yeah.
It's
anyway.
definitely not. It was not that subtly handled.
If
If you watch it back,
I can just imagine how it happened at the record company when they scored that.
right?
Like, I can imagine the sell-in to Ed Sheeran's management. Like, this is our biggest show. It's watched by, they've been sending out numbers, this many people in this demographic, you know. It would be great if we get them on. It's never been done before, blah, 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 blah.
Mm.
And then they'll agree to it and they'd do it.
Is
And
it good? Is
everyone
that
at EMI, where was that? It would be like, high five.
Loving it?
Loving it. Loving
Wow.
it. What a scoop.
So is that how he's just... Because he was on Home and Away as well, Game of Thrones. He's all over the shop.
They would have known that he's done that, and then they would have said, well, what can we do here?
I think he was on Shortland Street before both those things.
Oh, do you think Shortland
So they
Street
took the
started it
Shortland
all?
Street tape and they were like, this guy does a great job. This guy does an outstanding job of strumming a guitar in the back of the IV.
His showreel's probably on Vimeo.
Next to Mel.
There's a weird story in the Herald today
What was that?
about Jacinda meeting Pink. When old mate Neve was 3 months old, she asked if she could go and meet Pink, and she took Neve along backstage. And the photos have only just been released now. By who? By the PM's office?
Show me these Pink pics.
Well, there, just follow the link.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's nice.
it's not really a story.
I love it. People go mad for Pink, eh?
Oh.
Anika loves Pink as well.
Because she does that ribbon stuff as well. When I saw this story, I thought, am I so out of the loop that I didn't even realise that Pink was in town?
Pink's always in town.
And then I realised that the story was talking about something that happened last year sometime.
That is quite weird that it's only come out now.
Do you think they're trying to do that thing where there's about to be some bad news breaking from the PM's office, and so they release another story trying to... there's a name for that.
So you better get a party started. Crazy. That's cool though. Pink seems like a good lady.
When you say also Anika, is that because she likes Pink?
She
or-
likes Pink, yeah. I
Okay.
interviewed her yesterday and she was just couldn't stop going on about Pink.
You interviewed Anika?
Yeah.
What for?
Oh, I'm writing a story about influencers in quote marks because people don't like that word that you can follow that won't make you feel like shit.
Oh, did I?
She's one of those. Oh, well, you come and go these days, Jane. So
My latest thing is to just post pictures but no stories. No stories.
okay,
That's
All right.
it.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
I don't know why Aaron and Ben are so quiet on the mix now on that.
Aaron and Ben.
Aaron's I have 4 weeks
It's
to decide. It's just a whisper at the beginning, and then at the end, Ben going, "I don't even know you." It's very quiet
I
as
think
well.
it changes with the moon. That sting.
Bachelor in Paradise is on Bravo. Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it.
Okay.
but
I watched
the
like
ad
10 minutes
seems
of it.
Really good.
I watched 10 minutes of it. I just don't know the people apart from the season that we
Yeah.
watched. So this doesn't hold as much interest as the US version for me. As we mentioned, Maths NZ looking for some new peeps to get married at
God,
first
I'm
sight.
excited.
And Lego Masters is the thing.
Oh yeah. See, I added something to the doc.
Thank you.
So there's a new reality show, which I think is coming to 3, called Lego Masters Australia, and it's people who make stuff out of Lego.
Great. I'm here for
It's
it.
like Bake Off, but Lego stuff.
Tools of the trade.
But it's like that's the precedent now. It could just be anything.
What about if you had different trades and they only had the tools of their trade? Okay, so a builder's got his hammer and they've got like 5 tools that they're like, you know, they're ride or die tools.
Okay.
And like a cake maker might have like a cake turntable and a scraper or something. And they have to compete with each other using only their tools to do whatever the challenges involve.
Okay. What do you imagine one of these challenges being?
I don't know yet. It's in its infancy. It's
Right.
not ready for the elevator
Yeah.
pitch yet. Okay.
Just workshopping it for
Yeah.
the real pod.
I'm spitballing
Oh my
it.
god. The real pod. The real, like, not the real pod, but the real pod. Do you get it?
No.
Not the fake pod, but the real pod. I didn't mean it like the real pod. Not what we're doing now. Like the real podcast. That's crazy. I feel like the Matrix just glitched on me. Oh, dear.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Dancing with the Stars?
Are we on to that now?
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun dun dun.
I think it's funny how at the beginning of at the top of both shows they do the same dance. So on the Sunday night and the Monday night they do the
I was
dance.
ripped off by it.
Why?
I'm sure they didn't used to do that.
They definitely did last year.
I'll be riding shark.
I thought they did quite well in this week's one. Where
I
everyone just
enjoyed it.
zoomed in. Is it like it was that one camera kind of sweeping thing? It's quite cool.
I liked also the clothes, the costuming, the palette, especially
Right.
the judges.
Right.
Who were kind of like the Powerpuff Girls, I thought. Like the pink. Maybe not the Powerpuff Girls. What's something that's blue and yellow and pink?
Blue and yellow. Blue,
Powerpuff Girls are
green,
green, blue
and
and pink.
blue, yellow, and pink.
But if Rachel was green, it would have been perfect. And she was yellow, which is basically green. So still stand by it.
Is it like an Adventure Time thing?
I don't know. I feel like I can see it in my head. I just don't know what it is. But I thought it looked great. I
Is
thought
it
Camilla in
SpongeBob?
particular, I
SpongeBob?
loved her outfit. That pink suit, love it.
Okay, I'm looking up. I'm Google image searching. The Pearl Squad, Peppa Pig. I mean, the options
These are not
endless.
things that I know.
Okay.
Also,
Anyway.
Rachel had Jeff eyes.
What are you talking about?
Contacts, Jane.
Oh,
I'm doing the William White.
I didn't
He
know
does that on
this.
Instagram all the time.
He's better at it than you are.
Yeah, well, I'm just learning.
That where it
Yeah.
opens up.
He opens up one of his
Yeah.
eyes. I'm doing that to show Jane, but
It
Rachel
just looks like you're like my contacts are irritating my eye.
I was evoking what I was trying to talk to you about, which was contacts.
Okay.
She had contacts in.
Okay.
That was crazy.
I can't say I paid a lot of attention this week. I
Jane.
have to just lay it all out on the dance floor.
I played great attention.
Well, good, because I didn't, but I did pay great attention to Matt and Brown's fantastic video he posted in the corner.
Corny of the decade.
This
Sorry.
is someone
I'm
who's-
sorry.
I have not been so excited and emotional about a video since my 40th birthday compilation that you put together. Thanks again for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
But like this came from nowhere. It was a complete surprise. There's Matt with Jude, and when he starts, I think, oh, here's a nice message he's doing with Jude for us. But then he goes around all backstage, and we actually see some other cornies because he's a makeup artist, Amy Algar, and Tanya Barlow, who is makeup, and she does amazing nails, and they're backstage as well.
Incredible. Sensational.
And they're like legit cornies.
Yeah.
And then there's there's Kaylee and there's just people in the background.
Everyone.
As if they're just regular people.
And we're just hanging out. And Matt's sort of like, say hi to the corner. And everyone's like, oh,
Hi.
cornies. What the?
Kaylee was like, yo, cornies, vote for me.
Yeah.
And little did Matt know what he was doing when he shot that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cursed tape, in a way.
Also want to shout out to a corny who is who sent me a video of her. It's supposed to be of her practicing her wedding dance at a dance studio, but there's Mike McRoberts in the background practicing his dancing.
In the same studio. You just
same
share a
studio,
room with Mike McRoberts?
yeah.
That doesn't seem legal.
It's crazy, but true.
I thought he'd have his own little chalet wherever he goes. Wow. It was so exciting. Man, Matt Tatton-Brown, gone too soon. I know
Yeah,
he's still
spoiler
alive,
alert,
but
we're going to try. Did you message him?
I did, and he's really keen.
We thought we might get him on the show. We thought we might get him on the podcast tonight, but then we realised we've only got 2 microphones.
Yeah.
Neither of us were willing to stand
Yeah.
down.
Got too much to say about Easter eggs. But maybe next week, because I don't know where Duncan is. I don't know when he's coming back. We may never see
He's
him
at
again.
Nando's in Melbourne, if that photo in the corner is anything to go by.
That's right.
Okay, so where are we?
William Wairua was first up.
William Wairua. He did a tango.
With
Pretty
a
good.
tango.
IMO is my note. No mahi or treat mentions this week.
Do you think they'll listen to the podcast?
Definitely.
Here's what scared me about what Matt Tatton-Brown said. He was like, there's a lot of people here who know about the corner but are too scared to venture into it. And I was like, who? Who knows about the corner? Could it be like Walter? Could it be a celebrity?
I definitely think, of which Walter is not. I definitely think that Walter is unaware of many things. I don't know anything about Walter. I literally have never seen him on the television. And so I've created, in my mind, a whole personality for him that may or may not be remotely accurate.
Well, in the past, when we had like a much smaller audience, we used to get a vibe quite early on that contestants were listening, right? That's always been something that's sort of happened.
Yeah.
And even with Dancing with the Stars, that's been the case. I mean, Colin to this day still talks about stuff we said about him in like 2015 or whenever it was.
I know. I think that's a singular case.
Do you reckon?
I think Colin, you know how people like set up Google alerts for themselves? I think Colin just has like this perpetual Colin Mathura Jeffrey CMJ alert that is just floats in the ether. He knows when people are talking about him.
Gets it on
He
his
just
Google
tunes
Glass.
in. He just lays down and tunes into the podcast.
He knows.
Doesn't even need his earpods.
I believe it. True. Well, anyway, it was an interesting little aside, I thought. I was like, who's too scared to venture into the corner? The safest place on the internet.
It is the safest place on the internet. And by golly, if you get in there, people will be nice to you, even if you are Hayden from Married at First Sight.
Even if you're Hayden from Maths. It's a forgiving community.
Hayden from Maths is in the corner.
Yeah.
And he's a cornie. He's a cornie.
He's an active cornie.
Yeah. Especially when we're talking about maths. William Wairua was wearing guy liner and a leotard this week.
That's right. Was he calling it dye liner?
Guy liner, wasn't it? Guy liner.
I wrote dye liner question mark.
Oh.
I think he was trying to put a little spin on it and also roast Dai Hemwood in the process, because everyone knows that wearing makeup is embarrassing.
Dye's
apparently.
It's Dye normally in Sharon's corner? In Sharon's
I
booth?
wondered that. They've been swapping out.
They have, but is that just this season? Is that just this?
It used to always be like Sharon's booth, I feel.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the variation.
I like it too. I'm well into it.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon's been looking amazing.
phenomenal.
By the way.
That show above any other show, the makeup, the hair, the costumes.
It's so glamorous.
It's so glamorous. And you can see bloody, what's his name? Shay Roberts, who does Gilda. He was in Matt Tatton-Brown's video doing Caro's eyeliner. He's like,
Caro shouldn't even be on the show.
why?
Too good.
Too good. Too professional.
Far too professional. Even
This
the
is true.
professionals said you look like you could be a professional couple
Yeah.
dancing up there.
That's cheating.
She's got some. I guarantee she's done some dancing in her time.
You reckon?
No one can kick that high. How high can you kick?
Do you want me to try?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you go first and I'll commentate. Oh, that was quite high, though. That was higher than the breakfast bar.
Yeah, but okay. What's it?
I
Okay, you
reckon.
go.
Briefly.
You go. Okay. All right. Just getting up. Just getting up. Just getting up. Oh, you're all right. Don't make excuses. Like the ghost step. It's like Monty Python. The best bit is, and I'm 100% sure that I was doing exactly the same thing, but you fold forward at the same time as you kick up. It's like that was pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, this is the podcast.
In jazz ballet when I was 11.
Sit down, Stella.
This is the worst thing to say
Oh,
on a
man.
podcast. Just know that I was trying very hard just then to kick very high.
I've got
Should we
very,
do a high kick challenge? Hashtag on the corner.
very chips sitting real close to the surface.
I feel sick from that action.
Oh, that sort of action helps me close my rings though on my Apple Watch.
What?
On my Apple Watch.
What's close the rings mean?
Oh, it measures your activity, and I've done my exercise and my standing for the day. I just have to close my move ring. Anyone who's got an Apple Watch will know what I'm talking about.
Oh dear, that was very exciting.
Okay. Anyway,
So he got 19.
next up was Laura. She did a rumba to in the shallow.
Love to hear this song every time.
Even the
the
music version.
The parachute music band version.
Is that who's doing it?
Yeah.
Is it?
In the end credits, it's like parachute music.
Versatile.
I don't know. I was surprised.
They're not going to hook up, Laura and
Shay Mountain.
yeah, they made that really clear in the beginning. We saw Joseph Moore,
That's right.
and
They had a showmance of their own.
Yeah.
Got together making a telly.
I thought they were very good. The judges thought there was not enough connection.
They're being too hard on the high achievers.
Yeah,
I thought it was great. I thought it was
I thought it was great
emotional.
too.
She was acting her pants off.
I think that was the problem. it
Too
was a
much
bit too
acting.
much face. So it seemed a bit like, yeah. Anyway, Walter,
She got 22 still.
I've got no points written down.
So this is the thing as well, is that they like
I
had
know,
this really
they-
harsh critique, and everyone was like, "Ooh," and Laura looked a bit annoyed. But then that's still like a really amazing score, right? That's up there.
It's classic MKR styles. You get the people on MKR who are the villains who always say really nasty stuff, but then give like better scores than most everyone else there.
Right.
So do with that what you will. Walter's next up,
Oh, what
doing the
did he
paso
do?
doble. He took off his
Oh, that's-
top, which was 100% the right thing to do.
You liked it.
I thought he had a good situation going
He
on.
did. I had a good situation. I was confused by whatever the hell those suspendery things were around his shoulders.
Well, they're like some sort of a matador's
Is that something?
gun holster. Something.
The matadors famously shoot the bull to death.
I don't know. I didn't see those. But I thought that he looked more manly than boyish.
Yeah.
Which I think, might have
When
got him
in
a few more
doubt,
votes.
take your shirt off.
I mean, Camilla was all about it.
Camilla loved it. That's right.
It helped take the attention off some of his face and dancing. What are you laughing at?
I've just reread my notes.
cracking yourself up.
Tall, comma, looks like needs to poo, and the 2 is like the number 2. That's all I wrote about Walter. I don't remember writing that. I don't remember seeing him dance.
This is the first time I've seen Sharon up the front here because I've put a note saying Sharon chatting with judges. Was Di in the loo?
The Di needed to poo, maybe.
And then all judges worried. So I think they were as in worried for Walt.
Yeah, it was an improvement though. 15 versus 12 from last week.
Oh, it's not fair.
What do you mean?
I just
Hi, puss. Whoa. Confident cat alert. This is great for the pod again. but
I'm just eating chips. I just think I just feel sorry for him. As you know, I'll stop
Look,
banging on about it.
if Matilda Rice supports you, sorry, Matilda Green, I have no sympathy for you. You're going to be okay in this life.
It's true.
She
Okay.
gave him 99 cents.
Fijo's better be worried though.
True, that's true.
Okay.
There's Alex Casey to eat all the drinks.
Going back to that, I just feel like the Fijoa is like a very, it's not a sophisticated fruit.
You
It's
don't
like
reckon?
you find it on the ground on the walk to school. It's not.
Yeah, but isn't that special?
We should have left them a bowl of
See every man's
avocados or
fruit.
something.
Not at this price. Bloody
Pomegranate.
$6 a pop.
That's my point. You can't just take a bloody plastic bag, bad for the environment for a start, full of Fijoas.
It wasn't plastic. It was brought to me in a sack.
With kittens. Anyway,
It's good for the environment.
back to the D floor. Manu Vatavai. What do you think of Manu this week?
Mwah.
Again, another kiss without the fingers.
Yeah, I don't want the fingers. I want to kiss him.
Isn't he amazing?
He's so
He's got 4
amazing.
daughters. He looks
Stay at home dad.
he looks so cool on a scooch around on his scooter.
That's right.
And I'm amazed that those scooters could take his weight because he's got to be a
Yeah.
bulky guy.
Was
All
that kid
muscle.
scooter?
I think so.
That's incredible. I think he has a good heart.
He's got a love, and he's just like, I make most of my time with them because soon they'll be single for the rest of their lives, and cracked himself up, which is so cute. Like he was about to say soon they'll be off and married, and he was like, nope, not having that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
I
we
mean,
talk about
They can think
his
for
big
themselves.
breakfast? Or was that last week?
Oh.
Or was that on Instagram? It was it was Vanessa's birthday this week, and they had a big cast breakfast with all the stars. And Manu Vatuvai ate like what appeared to be like a breakfast sharing platter for multiple people that had approximately 8 poached eggs on it. It looked like it looked like a meal for a giant. And I loved it. And he was getting roasted for it from every single side, from every single star. And it was very cool.
He's an athlete.
He's an athlete.
Burns a lot of kilojoules.
He's big. He's got to fill him up.
Still has not posted a single thing on Instagram.
See, that's
About
amazing
Duncan
as
stuff.
well. Imagine just being able to coast on just being cool.
Oh man, all he has to
Amazing.
do is just do lots more of that pre-roll stuff, hanging out with his daughters,
Yeah.
and he's home. He's home.
Well, and he also got 23. for his
Yeah.
Viennese waltz. So he wasn't mucking around on
And
the
Joel
dance floor.
Jules said he was Skux Deluxe,
That's right.
which is something. And he's got beautiful hands, also something. And Rachel said he has a lot of beautiful stuff. And the best bit of all, lost his shoe in the car park.
Oh my God, that's right.
And went back, got someone to go back and get it.
He's a legend. He's relatable.
He's relatable and he's good. He's a damn good dancer.
He's a damn
Alex
good
Casey.
dancer.
That's all that counts here on the D
With
floor.
that Viennese waltz. That's what we want to see out there.
Okay, Kaylee did the cha-cha. This very confusing bra situation. Did a lot of talk about that bra.
Oh, that's right. The
And there
skit.
was some confusion. So she finds a bra at the beginning of the dance. She's like, it's not whose is this? And then and her dance partner holds it up. It's like, I don't know whose it is. Like, this is their little charade, and they have
Yeah.
their dance. And then Di talks to her about the bra, or Sharon, I can't remember who it was. And she's like, oh, it's not mine, is it? And holds it up. And it was just, the whole thing was really, and it was a reference to a line in one of her songs.
Those aren't my panties and that ain't my skanky bra.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
I'd forgotten about.
I didn't think it was a skanky bra,
The
by the
word
way. I thought it was a
skanky
very fancy bra.
Haven't heard that for a while.
Wow.
Skanky.
Bring it back. It's just
Probably cancelled now, isn't it?
I'm sure it is. It sounds like it's smelly.
Right.
It sounds like it's
Is that because it's like skunk? My skunky bra.
I'm confused.
Yeah. I actually thought the little skip part was my favourite part of the dance.
Of course it was.
I didn't like when they actually started doing all the little bitties, I got a bit bored.
It was not. I mean, it was fine. That sort of
It
got
was okay.
fine.
Yeah.
And I think that is echoed in where she ended up at the end of Monday night.
That's right.
Nadia
She did look amazing though.
Yeah, I mean, she
That
does.
little like denim romper thing.
Oh yeah.
Incredible.
Nadia and Aaron went for a holiday in Fiji together. They looked very romantic.
Did that Fiji?
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Okay, so her mum, they'd arranged for, it was her mum's 60th or something, and they'd arranged they had a family trip to Fiji to celebrate, which just happened to fall in the training for Dancing with the Stars. So she just said, hey, Azza, want to hop on a plane and come with? And he did. And then the pre-roll, they're like, dancing on a jetty and da-da-da. And I'm just like, oh, nice little romantic tropical holiday. Of course it's not. She's married and so on. But
working hard.
you can see how partners could get a little bit paranoid.
Shane and Nerida. Look at that. Look
Say
at Naz and that
more.
Russian mobster.
Did they get together?
Nah, but
Could have.
yeah.
Should have. But yeah.
He broke his knee, I think, and then it all fell apart.
They danced to Hello by Adele, and it was fine, and they got 18.
Yeah. She said, liar, liar, pants on fire.
She did. Because
She
he said that.
did.
He was like, it was very flirty. He was like, she hasn't made any meals. And she's like, liar, liar, pants on fire, which I haven't heard since I was 7.
Heard that.
And apparently she's made him loads of meals. And I'm like, alarm bells ringing.
Yeah, this is quite conspiratorial of you, Jane. I'm into it, though.
Glenn Osborne was next.
With a samba.
Chewing, sorry. Samba
I
to
didn't write
Bruce
anything
Free.
here.
I'm
Embarrassing
sorry.
sing-along.
Did you not write anything about his hips? His hips were amazing.
Let me look at the next page.
They were all talking about his hips.
Such good hips. Capital letters. I did. Forgive me. He's great.
He's so good.
And he's changed his weird little, his bowling ball face.
He said he was singing along to Poirier,
but
just with one mouth shape.
I love him. I've fallen in love with almost everyone on the show.
I really like him.
It's crazy. I think this season, is really good. Like in terms of both the skill level, but also just.
Do you know what it is? Is we talked about it being kind of an underwhelming cast.
Yeah.
Right. And because our expectations were low, they've been blown away.
Yeah.
Because they are good dancers, and also they just seem like cool people.
And I feel like they're all like it's just a tight group already.
Yeah.
Based on things I'm seeing on Instagram and the emotions.
I can imagine when Mike went up into the booth at the end and they were all like screaming for him like all the other contestants. And I'm like, that's why you want to be on Dancing with the Stars. Walter right now is absolutely fizzing because he's getting to hang out with like a very high caliber of New Zealand celebrity, current and past, of which he is not. And you know what I mean? Though he's like, I feel like, you know, because I flip-flop around thinking, do I want to do it? Don't I want to do it?
Yeah. It's always on the table for you.
It's not on the table as yet. But I'm just trying to make this whole thing a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Next. Yeah.
But anyway, what I wouldn't give to be like, hey, Mike, sup? High five. You know, just like, oh, yeah, my ACL, ouch. You know, stuff like that.
It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
It'll bring you together. It's like nothing else. Although with that said, I did like William Wairoa did it and thing in his Instagram story after, spoiler alert, Jude went home. That was like, one of the things I didn't expect from the show is how much we would all bond. Jude, I'm so sorry to see you go. And it was a picture of him and Carolyn Taylor. Such a good Ned. He's just a legend. He does not let a moment on camera go to waste, even if he's in the background. Have you noticed in the chats where he does like fake talking and like always finds a camera?
He's a born performer.
He's just incredible.
Okay, also incredible, Carolyn. As mentioned, she's basically may as well be a professional dancer.
Mm-hmm.
She did a tango, did a flippy bit to end it where she landed on her like in a kind of like a proposal position.
Yes,
on her knee, like one knee out.
That's
right.
Angles. Did she also do one of those crazy like floor sweeper kind of moves?
Oh, probably.
But she did too many lifts, right? That was a weird moment. Where they were like, suddenly there are all these weird rules.
I think they're like, say, you're being too
allowed.
showy. Don't be so showy. Don't.
But I love lifts.
Oh, I love lifts. I love lifts. I loved Manu's lift with his girl who was like, she had the Lady Gaga here. And she was all in blue and white, and she kind of rolled down and like.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like normally, in past seasons, having a lift has been like a real big thing.
It
that
has,
they've built up to hard out. I feel like there were lifts on the first night.
Oh, there were.
Like, oh yeah, all good.
Remember Walter's bloody windmill?
Weird thing. I don't know what we call that a lift.
He was quite nervous about whether or not he was going to pull that off, and he nearly didn't.
But yeah, it's impressive.
Well, I just feel like the whole caliber of dancing is just next level this year. Okay, Jude R.I.P. did a foxtrot. We're already at an hour and 6 minutes.
This is great.
Okay, she did a foxtrot. There was the real crazy priol with the dramatic torn ligament hand.
Yeah.
Like really dramatic.
Because her thumb slipped into Matt Tatty-B's pocket.
It's like, what was it doing there? It wasn't even supposed to be in that
What
area.
was she doing? Robbing him?
Well, perhaps Matt Teddy B, you can give us the
Shed some
background
light
on
on
that.
situation. And then just like tore the ligament. In
I
her
would feel very
hand.
ripped off if I was her, because that looked very fucking bruised and very,
It did
very,
look
very,
very
very
sore.
sore. And then not even a fracture to show for it.
Yeah.
Like, can't even say I've fractured my thumb or broken it. Just
The bruise was quite good though. I always feel like a bruise goes a long way
bruise was,
for the old sympathy. And it
super
goes through all the
intense.
different colours so you can really milk it.
as she mentioned, she matched her outfit and her nails to her bruise, which was yellow this
Blue
week,
to
purple
yellow.
last week.
That's
No one
right.
even acknowledged when she said that. They just like, and moved on.
And the bruise will be gone next week. And so is she. It's sad though. I feel like she could have gotten way better, and obviously we would have loved to have Matt around forever.
It was controversial in the corner because I didn't really get in there while they were doing the full live chat, but I saw them chatting about, kind of arguing about, because people were like, oh, you know, I don't want Matt to go home yet because he's a cornie, but I don't want Kaylee to go home either. And then someone else is like, this is a cornie we're talking about. Like, get a grip.
Oh my God. Amazing.
And I think that's true. I think that at the end of the day, the cornie trumps
Everything.
the Kaylee
Every time.
every time. But sadly, the rest of New Zealand didn't see it that way.
Yeah.
And Matt's been. Yeah, I mean, we'll get to enjoy him in the the professional dancers.
Does he stick around?
Yeah, it's got to do those professional. Those at the beginning of the week and
Okay, well that makes me a bit happy.
And then he can just be out and it's like relaxing for him now. He can just go along. He can be our eyes and ears without having the stress of competition.
True. Maybe he can do some more little insider vids for us.
That would be great.
That would be great. Matt Tatton-Brown, we know you've got some spare time now.
I was about to say some secret ones, and then I realised that secretly filming in the dressing room probably not something we want to commission.
Don't want to endorse that.
Anyway, Mike McRoberts did a paso doble. It was awkward. Awkward uncle back again. The judges went into it. He got quite roasted.
And he got a 666. It's always a bad sign,
That's
isn't
not
it?
good.
Yeah. I feel like he was like the one, everyone wants him to be the, the Simon Barnett rock DJ.
I don't think he's going to
Dad
be.
bod.
I don't think he's going to be.
He just looks like a dork. It's just, I can't handle it whenever he's out there.
I'm doing
But
an
I love
emoji
it.
face right now. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's one of the stressed ones.
I'm just trying to remember, what was he wearing? Oh, that was the
Oh, you
The-
always wear in a paso
the
doble.
bolero thing.
You always wear, the little
from the
waistcoat
which was
number.
he wore in the promo as well, right? Yeah, and he was talking about he was doing a lot of face, but it was quite a furious looking face. It was too angry looking and not sultry enough, which is weird because his like permanent state is sultry.
Yeah, well,
He
he
didn't
should have
need to
just
try
stuck.
very
He should
hard.
have just stuck to his resting sultry face.
Yeah, I think he's gonna twerk soon. This is my this is my prediction. This is my prediction. They're gonna have to do something. I don't know. Is there a new move since twerking in the youth?
Oh, there was the
sector?
floss, but people they did that last season as well, didn't they?
true.
I don't know what the kids are doing these days. High kicks.
Monty Python walks. I don't know, but yeah, I did like his cane. I liked his cane dance from week one more. I thought it was very funny.
Okay, on to Anna. She's good. She's good. She broke her back,
Yeah,
so that's intense.
what a backstory!
She
Oh my
had,
god,
like-
no pun intended.
It was an amazing backstory, a terrible backstory, but an amazing backstory.
Yeah.
And, she's had spoken out about depression, her experience with depression, anxiety on Instagram this week. So they talked about that. And then she did a bloody great dance and they gave her shit for it. I was
A lot of
"Don't-
shit.
Don't kick the broken backed depressed girl while she's down.
She's down, and it wasn't even her fault. I feel like it was
It was
entirely
100%
Little
the
Mate's fault.
choreography from Scott?
Brad.
Brad?
Brad. Because they said it wasn't. It was like
They were like,
it was
that-
too rumba.
Yeah, they're like, that's not a cha-cha-cha.
It's not a cha cha cha.
Needs to
We
be-
know our cha cha chas. And that wasn't it. But
Yeah, and
yeah.
it seemed like perhaps a bad choice of song as well. I don't know who chooses the songs, but she.
What song was it?
I can't remember. That's not the point. It was slow, and it wasn't. And she, they said it took ages for you to get into it, and it,
Right.
and
But
she was
with
like,
all that said, she still got a 20.
yeah. So there we go. Classic bloody judging again.
Nig her to hell.
Um,
Oh, I've just remembered who went last. This is my new Dancing with the Stars husband,
what do you mean? Who went last?
Randell.
Oh God, I haven't
You
even.
didn't even write down Randell?
No, I didn't
Randell
watch him. Was he good?
Phenomenal. You haven't watched it?
No.
Oh, you should watch it now.
What
and
did
you
he
can
do?
a live
Okay.
react.
Right.
I didn't even write anything. I just wrote sexy, sweep the floor, koala mode, Ken doll.
What?
Those are my notes.
Koala mode?
He did a Viennese waltz.
No.
Forgive me. He did a Viennese waltz, and he was perfect.
Is there somewhere I can just go straight to his dance?
I don't know, maybe on the Facebook page. I'm not sure if they're putting them all up individually. But yeah, I was like, so Randall wasn't even on my radar, and now I'm like, I love Randall forever and ever. Amen.
There he is. Okay, I'm going to watch it. I'm
Okay.
just trying
Are
to.
you going to do a live react?
Where is the
Just
dance?
through a bit. It also featured in his little, whatever it's called, story package, that he was on New Zealand Idol Season 3. And this
Was
is an
he?
interesting thing for me.
Because,
he was in the top 10, which is crazy. Everyone's forgotten that season. And I've done scientific polls, and I am working on an investigation into this for the spinoff.co.nz. For some reason, 97% of the New Zealand public have forgotten that New Zealand Idol had a third season. After Ben Lummis, after Rosita Fai,
Matt Sanoa.
Matt Sanoa.
I don't.
But that
forget.
recall isn't on everyone's minds at all. Like, it's just nowhere. And Clinton bloody Randall was on it, and everyone's forgotten.
Why is now? 3 now. Why are you making me watch ads again when I've already watched this episode? It's not on. Shouldn't have to do it twice.
That's what they make you do.
Is
it not on their Facebook? It was just great. I think he had an open shirt. I don't even remember. I was in absolute awe. He's a bloody heartthrob.
Okay.
Randell. And he's just a great dancer. He got 25 for his dance.
Whoa, that's the highest,
That's the
right?
highest, yeah.
Is that the highest score yet so far this season?
Yes, I think it is. And he did heaps of, maybe he was the one. He did that sweep the floor thing with his lady, the lady mop.
Great
And
life
then-
hack, by the way.
And then he did this like crazy lift, which is I think why I wrote koala, where she was like scrunched up kind of next to him.
This is terrible. I'm sorry.
Di likened it to a motorcycle.
It's been an
sidecar.
hour 15 and we haven't, this is before we've even put
What
the
do you
intro
mean?
music on. Our talking.
Oh, it's fine.
Is it?
It's a public holiday tomorrow. It's probably not even going to go up tomorrow.
Look, it's taking too long. Too many ads, so we'll just. Here's Matt Tatton. Hello.
It was
here
just
we go.
great.
Okay, I'm looking at it. He's wearing
Okay.
a white shirt.
Yep.
Oh,
Is it open?
it's a fucking another ads. Come on. Honestly.
Yeah.
Colin's Cranny.
Oh, hello.
Colin's Cranny. Colin's Cranny. 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 Cranny.
Colin's Cranny.
Just gonna do. Did you just do that? Did you say it? Did I hear it in like triple stereo?
Mm-hmm.
No such thing. Do you want to get started on the crayon?
I'll get started on the crayon. Why? What are you going to do?
I'm just trying to find Randall's dance.
I'm
just sitting through that ad with the kid playing guitar on the edge of the bed.
A bit of an anti-vax
Okay, look.
POV this week, which was a surprise to us all.
To
It wasn't
be fair,
anti-vax.
someone turned him around.
That's true.
He said he's open-minded. It's a classic case of people thinking you get the flu vaccine. Everyone they know who gets the flu vaccine ends up getting sick.
Which isn't the case.
What happens is those people who get a flu vaccine, like everyone else, get colds in winter.
Yeah.
But they don't get, usually, is the flu.
This is what he said. I don't get the flu jab, but take care not to be unwell with good self-care and honey, ... But what I notice is that those who get immunised all get sick. Self-care and honey.
So I just want to tell you something that's going to blow your mind. I get the flu jab every year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I got the flu. Like proper diagnosed flu. Influenza B.
How do you explain that?
I explain that by saying it doesn't stop you from getting. They tried that. It's whatever strains are going around. They try and protect you against the main ones. My doctor said I would have had it a lot worse than I did
Oh, there you go.
had I not had the jab, and it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I hate to think that what it would have been like if it was worse.
Imagine how much better it would have been if you had been taking honey. Oh my God.
And self-care.
And self-care that whole time.
Okay, what's going on here? Okay,
He also,
Randall,
he's been
sorry.
doing, are you going to watch it? Have you found it?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm watching.
Are we going to do a live react?
Do you want me to?
Turn
I
the
can't.
sound
Can I have
on.
the sound up? Is it like for legal
I
purposes?
think that's
Isn't it?
nice for the...
Okay, I'm just watching. Yeah. Okay, carry on. Colin's
I
Cranny.
want to watch it.
Well, we can't.
Can I watch it over your shoulder?
Do you like his hair like that?
I love it. I love everything about it.
Okay, he's got very nice
perfect.
chest area.
Yeah.
Can we say that, or is that objectifying him?
I think it's fine.
Where do you think he learned how to dance? Oh, okay, so it's just me on the microphone now. Alex has crept up behind me.
My new take is that Randall's going to win.
He's the anti-Walt. He's very
Look at that frame.
he's very fly. Yes, he's got a good top half.
He looks calm.
Yeah, no one can hear you.
Look at the drama. Look at the drama in his hands. And his
I believe it. He's got sort of a well, no, I won't say that person because that person was
Also, that's
cancelled.
raunchy. He's doing raunchy things. Look at that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Sweep the floor, Randall.
That
And the
bit,
draggy
that was
bit.
even better.
See, the draggy bit is great.
It was the way he pulled it into the drag.
And this is the koala bit.
Oh my god.
You love Randall now?
That was amazing.
It's
Wow,
amazing.
he's way too close to her there. If I was his wife, I would be freaking out. I would be freaking out.
He's very good at faking the intimacy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. And
Everyone was like, your wife is going to be so
I'm freaking out for Mrs.
freaked
Randell.
out.
And that's actually her name because Randell is his surname. So, anyway, back to the Cranny.
What were we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Colin, I mean, there's a lot going on.
Sure.
Sandringham in Auckland has so many delicious South Asian eateries. Yesterday I enjoyed a full vegetarian meal. My eyes were bigger than my tummy. $9.
It's so good.
Yeah, so that was just, I mean, we live in Sandringham. He was right here and we didn't
He's
even
around.
know.
Well, I know exactly where he lives.
Okay.
He said also earlier this week, have you ever been trolled, ... and you investigate the troll and see where they work, etc., and realize why they troll, ... then you call the work, ... or turn up, ... So,
No, I haven't. Have you?
I've never...
Someone, and Mary Haddock Stanaland, who is
That's a person.
She's verified. Who is she?
She's a person.
What kind of person? But she has. Oh, she's a diversity champion. Oh, she's
she's a
she's
trans
opinions about
woman.
trans is beautiful. She's got 5,000 followers, and she says yes, she has done that. But I want to know which turned up.
Call the work.
Turned up or
Yeah,
called the
yeah.
work.
Wow. I want to know what is...
He's also said this week, I want to go out South Auckland to sample some of their eateries. Go for it, Colin.
Just get
Let's
out
talk.
there.
More do.
Get out there. Go on a hashtag Lexus Adventure out south.
Oh yeah, what is it, Nigel? Is it Nigel? Who's the driver? Who's the driver, Colin?
I don't know.
Anyway, re-influenza vaccine.
Yes.
He says he's not about the kid vaccines. He's had them all. He even had that little passport when he was a teenager or whatever, as a young adult going overseas. The vaccine passport. What's mahoo's it? He's pro herd immunity, so on.
Yes.
And Tony H at Tony Hunt 1 managed to turn Colin Citizen around on the influenza vaccine.
Amazing.
She's explained it well, and he's retweeted her.
What a
so here's-
beautiful little Twitter exchange.
Yeah, exactly. And
Maybe
he's
you're right.
open-minded.
Twitter is good now.
Twitter is good now, I'm telling you. Twitter
I
is
don't
good.
believe that. There's another old tweet. 4 a.m. I wake up, ... drink water, ... look at the news, ... Now I meditate or simply try to fall asleep.
One or the other, you know?
4 a.m. Colin. What is he up to?
Okay.
God, I love Colin. I miss him actually.
Well, you know, he's never far.
I miss him every day.
This weather makes me so hungry for curry. That's not me.
Is that him?
That's him.
Mm.
That's him.
Are we going to eat those?
Any bakeries open today?
What was that on Easter?
April 19. Was that both? That
Good
must be on
Friday?
Easter. Yeah.
Good on you, Colin. He's a man of the people. He loves a bakery. He loves an eatery.
Also, hashtag palm oil products. Has Iceland banned the products?
He's got his finger in many political pies.
And someone's replied, yay, go Iceland. So I assume that means that yes, they have. So there you go. He's like breaking news over here for me, at least. Okay. Thanks, Colin. Thanks.
What about the real review? You can't cut the sting before the drop.
No. 1 hour
The cornies
21.
are all waiting in
Okay,
ecstasy
hang on.
with their hands in the air.
Out of 5 from me.
Oh, the nicest thing that's ever happened.
And
Shambles.
that's the real review. That's right. It is like 1:00,000 at night.
It's 9:24.
On the way here, Alex texted me, want anything for the dairy? And I said, surprise me. And she said, big mistake. And she walked in the door with some funkies, flavour being
Wacky chicken.
they're from Saudi Arabia.
And they're funky.
And they're funky.
Not with a Y, with 2 E's.
Oh, no, hang on. Manufactured by Malaysia, imported by Dubai. There's a lot. There's
That's
a lot of
good,
different
well
nations.
travelled.
There's a lot of nations involved in this.
Yeah, it's like the UN and their bag of
Very
funkies.
thick packaging.
It's fine.
I can't open them. Oh,
It
tear
says
here.
tear
Tear
here.
here. Okay, I'm tearing. Oh, there you
Tear
go.
into those funkies. Wacky chicken?
They taste like sorry, crunchy snack alert.
Crunchy snack alert.
They taste like a taste of yore from my childhood. I'm trying to think what it was. Some sort of like what were those? You won't remember. there were these Monster Munch or something. There were those snacks, and they were like little, they almost like circles with fingers on them. Tastes like those.
I know of those. I don't know if these are bringing back anything for me. I quite like them though.
They're okay. I'd sooner go a burgering.
How wacky would you say the shape is?
Oh, it's pretty wacky. It's like
it's like teeth.
it's zigzag teeth.
Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna put them in my mouth and then take a photo. Okay.
Well, this is good for the podcast, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I can't get
Sorry,
I can't get open up in frame.
Oh, it's terrible, Matt, ma'am. So,
We both look bad.
that's a bit funky, I reckon. That is wacky to make your teeth into a chip.
They are wacky and they're funky. So I think,
It does what it says on the
it
packet.
does exactly what it says on the packet.
How much out of 5?
It doesn't say anything about tasting good.
No. And that tastes fine.
They're fine.
I
They're
feel like
like,
just talking
I
to
don't
the
know,
mic again. What?
3 out of 5.
Yeah. Okay. So alongside the Funkies for dessert, Funkies dinner, Ghoulies dessert. Now this is a it's unclear if they're called Ghoulies or if they're called Creepies, but the main thing is that they're scary. Scary artificial flavoured bite-sized candies. Ghoulies.
Are they hard or soft?
Well, they look like M&Ms or something.
Skittles. They look like Skittles.
Okay.
And maybe a cross between M&M's, Skittles and Runts.
Runts.
Do you remember Runts?
No.
Oh, well, that face was weird.
It was
I'm not going to
different.
go for red because while I think it could be strawberry, it always runs the risk that it's also cherry, but orange is pretty safe. Okay, here we go.
Ghoulies. There's nothing particularly ghoulish about the actual lolly themselves.
I'm into them.
The packaging has an array of sort of monsters.
They're like rocks. They're like little rocks, but they're chewy. They're kind of like slightly more dense than a Mentos.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of ballpark.
They do have flavours like Runts a little bit, but Runts are powdery on the inside.
So you keep going on about these runts, and I don't know what that is.
Is this going to turn into chewing gum? Is it one of those things that's going to turn into bubble gum in my
I
mouth?
bloody hope not, because I just swallowed it, and you know what happens then.
7 years.
7 years.
Okay, I'm giving those a solid 4. I like them.
I prefer the Funkies, but...
Really? Okay, I'll have the Ghoulies. Funky. Quality podcast.
Like and subscribe.
Max Key Corner. I know. I'll never forget you.
Such a tune. Like, remember when
Amazing.
Max Key used to make music and it sounded like that? And now I feel like the Max Key Corner theme song is bigger than Max Key.
Smash out Christmas single. We've got to get Paul Williams onto extending that to a full...
I would love for Max to play that at a club night
It would go off.
in Tahoe.
Yeah.
So he's still in Tahoe. Well, he's just had his last day. He's been
Was
up.
this the snowy place?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so, but here's what blows my mind. Do you know what Max learnt to do in Tahoe?
Ski?
Ski! I mean, I'm sorry. You're the Prime Minister's son. Surely you had skiing holidays. Like, if anyone's going to have ski holidays, it's
But they always go to like Hawaii.
they
they
play
play lots of
they're
golf.
sun chasers.
Yeah. I think they're golfy types.
I just think that when you're a rich kid, you go on ski holidays, even if it's with your friends. You know? You go jump in your friend's Range Rover and go down to the snow for some sweet bluebird days on the powder.
What? That
Or
sounded
something.
real for a
Thank you.
while. Yeah, that's a surprise. I guess it's also quite a gamble because my concern when I went on a ski holiday for the first time last year.
Oh, the red ones are no good. They're not cherry or strawberry. They're just sort of
Oh,
plasticky
let me get into
tasting.
that. Was that I didn't know, you don't know if you're going to be good at it or if you're going to even like it. So to actually go to a place that's only skiing.
I know. This is the problem with snow sports as well, is that you go down there for the weekend and then the weather's shit.
Yeah.
It's like, can't even do the thing.
Oh no, I have to sit inside and watch
Do some-
TV
do
all
some-
day.
Sounds good, eh? Do something indoor. Do an indoor sport so that if you want to, so you can always do it whenever you want to do it. Table tennis, for example.
Is puzzles a sport?
It is now. How are you going with the village?
I'm loving the village. I'm absolutely loving the village. This is one of the puzzles that I took from Jane's vast array. I took many. How many do you reckon I took?
You took like 6. I think we talked about this last week. Like 16, maybe.
And the village is sort of a little English country, sort of market scene with transport and sort of just people milling about. I find it very relaxing. I was doing over the Easter weekend.
It's really good for the mind, I think.
I think it is. I go kind of psycho though. Like I kind of stand up, but I do it quite like like a cat scratching through litter, like quite angry, scratching through the jigsaw.
It sounds very peaceful.
Yeah,
Very relaxing.
and then I get frustrated. Oh, and then my actual cats, like
Get involved.
screwed it up. They scratched it all up and put all the pieces everywhere.
Oh, okay. I
So
thought they
that's
were
a
free to
problem.
a good home, not a... Never mind.
Not a rat's nest.
Anyway, back to Max. So he's in Tahoe. He's had his last day there. He's learnt to ski. Great time. And now who knows where he'll turn up next.
So, forgive my ignorance. Where is Tahoe?
It's in America or Canada.
Okay.
No, it's definitely in America, isn't it?
Okay.
Like-
Yeah. Just do a quick. Do we
No,
go?
I
I'm sure
know.
it is.
It's in. I know where it is. It's totally in. It's in like the the border of California and Nevada.
So is that what the LMNOP song's about?
Yes, Fast Times in Tahoe
I
playing.
thought it sounded like a.
Fast Times in Tahoe. Oh, no, that's
Is there
terrible.
not a New Zealand place called Tahoe?
Taupo?
Maybe I thought it sounded like.
Do you think that
Like a
when
Maori
LMNOP
band.
played Taupo, that they sang Fast Times in Taupo?
I
They
hope
probably never
so.
played it. They probably never. There was no. It's like no, there's no Brownsy and Taupo, was there?
No.
No venues.
Oh, there's got to be something.
there?
Is that why they have to do that float? They can only do it when you're on a float.
You've got to be out
in the
there.
middle, in the middle of the thing. Speaking of LMNOP, the other day I checked my phone. You know how like you always see like sequences. Like, I always look at it's always 11:11 or 9:11 when I look at my phone, which is weird. But then I looked at my phone the other day and it was 11:57, and I was
Oh.
like, it's
I
11:57.
think it's about 11:57 right now.
And I said that crickets. No one backed me up with a hey.
Were you at work?
Yeah. Sam Brooks looked at me like I just said something in like a foreign language.
No, I'm all about it.
But that's a classic
Do you know that
Kiwi tune.
Joel and I had our first kiss after an LMNOP show?
That's so charming.
Thank you. Is it? Why am I saying thank you? Yeah, it was their album launch for their greatest hits their greatest that one.
That one with
I
like
worked at the label.
cherub on
I
the
mean, I
top?
wasn't there as a pea head. That's what I've just decided to call the LMNOP fans pea heads. I think that will go
Great.
down well.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you.
You should be in a.
I'm really glad we spent an
music
hour,
marketing.
an hour and 31 minutes talking so that I could get that out there. And that brings us to the
Max.
end of our podcast. It's taken to the
Take it
max.
to the max.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you to Nando's, though.
Thank
Most
you,
of all,
Nando's.
above all else.
And thank
for
you to the
supporting
Ease
us.
products, the Funkies and the
The Ghoulies
Ghoulies.
and the Creepies.
and
And the Quickies, which we're probably going to need after eating all this.
I have quickies. Thanks very much for listening to our podcast. See you next time.
Bye.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spinoff. You can help us keep all of The Spinoff's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora, this is Toby Manhire, here to urge you to tune in to Gone by Lunchtime, a podcast with me, Annabelle Lee Mather and Ben Thomas, tackling the world of New Zealand politics, from policy to polling, from scandal to psychodrama. Listen to Gone by Lunchtime, brought to you by the Spinoff Podcast Network, wherever good pods are sold.
The Spinoff Podcast Network.